So, Dr. Rajan, when you do the chakra balancing, you say like very forcefully every syllabus, right? Does it make any difference if you do that, or you don't just say lam instead of that, the way you say lam? Does it make any sense? I mean, does it make any difference? Do this or that way? Just want to know that, so that when I do it on my own, I know.
You're unable to sense the difference in you?
I like it because that way I can concentrate the similar thing you're talking about, the like butter, you squeeze in a little bit while doing it forcefully, I can be able to do that. But other part, like sternum and stuff like that, when you do that, does it kind of give you different feeling for that?
Yes, I think you have answered your own question. It makes a difference.
It does. Okay, so that's the
Because
only
you
way
have
to do it.
experienced it too.
Yeah.
And that is the reason I also do it too.
Okay.
And of course, I connect into the into the deep consciousness of everyone.
Okay. So that is the only way to do it then.
That's a better way to do it. Even doing it quietly, so, but less forcefully, will work, but it'll take a little longer to cleanse.
Okay. It's only when people are around or with somebody I'm doing it, and like in separate room and do that, they will be feeling like what is she doing? But if this is the only way to do it, then just do it that way. That's it.
Yeah, actually, you see, what happened is we had once a person whom we asked him to do the chakra vibration for his therapy. And his wife was a nurse who believed in all alternative this thing. But this chakra vibration was very unique and different. And what would happen is the moment he started doing it, his dog will start howling.
Yeah, because he said somebody's shouting. Got it. Okay.
या वो 5 मिनट पहले और होती है डिस्कशन.
So today being Sunday, we will have about half-hour time at the end of the session.
देखो तो कैसे.
So whatever questions you have, please put it in the chat box, and we can discuss it later.
Yeah, I will check.
अच्छा.
निकल गया चैट बढ़ाने का कि नहीं आपको नहीं आएगा, बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है.
थोड़ा सा.
Hello, Sir Mister. Hi, Rani. How are you? I'm okay. Seeing you after a long time, so I said, well, I have to say. I know. I always get late, and a couple of days I got busy, so I couldn't join. Thank you. Yeah, so you used to come in the morning too. Morning. Saturday I have another yoga. Sunday I want to join, but are you guys joining morning? I do it in the morning. He does in the evening. Oh wow! Okay, I want, but somehow it just clashes the time in the morning. How's everything going? Good. How about you? Everything is doing good. Good. Yeah. Everything is fine. So yeah, we missed a couple of times because so many activities going on in the evening, So, but I will join now. Yeah, I try to do it because it really helps me. Oh, it's coming here, okay? Hello, how are you?
Change the sound. Broken.
Oh. No problem. What happened?
Arya Bari.
I'm going to mute everyone. And so if you need to speak, you have to unmute yourself. So here we go. Okay. So as usual, we'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. As we begin this session, the usual disclaimer: please make sure that whatever you do within your capacity without any strain in the system. As long as there is no strain in anything that you do, you cannot hurt yourself. But on the other hand, if you do anything forcefully or with a jerk, there is always a potential for injury. Yoga is done to stimulate the communication of the trillions of cells in the body. It is not about a workout. It is about gentle stimulation. So in yoga, everything should be done with mild effort, with focus, so that it almost feels like a meditative activity. Very light effort. So with that as the thought, and with the understanding you take responsibility for your well-being, and the understanding that the liability of your participation here and the outcome of it is entirely yours, we begin our session. And one other thing is, keep the back straight. So let's begin with the chakra vibrations. We will be, is there anybody new today other than Ramchandran Padmanabhan? Okay, if there is nobody new, we will begin. Okay, bring your awareness to the perineum and pressing on the little finger, we do lam. When you focus on the perineum, you can also gently, like squeezing the buttocks as you do it. So take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Lam. 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 Release the finger and continue. Lam. 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 Last time. Lam. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, and pressing on the ring finger, we do Vam. And when you do that, even though you're focusing an inch above the perineum, that's the point behind where we urinate, mentally try to squeeze over there, and if you can physically squeeze, even better. So we begin with Vam. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Vam. 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 Last time. Vam. Now bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and there we do Ram, pressing on the middle finger with the thumb. Ram. 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 Release the fingers, continue. Ram. 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 Now bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do yam, pressing on the index finger with the thumb. Yam. 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 Yum. 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 Release the fingers and continue. Yum. Yum. Last time. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. 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 Release the hands and continue. Hum. 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 Now the awareness to the middle of the head, and here we do chum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. 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 Last time, release the hands, continue. Chum. Chum. Top of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand and continue. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. So those of you who know it, please proceed. For those of you who need instructions, bring your awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck, specifically the hole through which food and air passes down. Focusing there, make a big smile. To make a big smile, all you need to do is just get your cheeks out, and as you make that big smile, feel the slight stretch that you feel in the lowermost part of the mouth, the throat area. Keeping your attention on that, inhale and exhale comfortably in slow, deep breaths. As you inhale, feel like there is a restricted air breath going in the tongue, and when you exhale, feel like the whatever awareness that was going towards the head, that is coming down along the throat, but just focus over there in the throat area. Inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. Now we can do some motion along with it for people who have enough focus on the throat, and whatever else they do, the focus will not go from the throat. If you are in that state, then in which case, as you inhale, lift up both the shoulders, exhale, rotate it back and come down. Continue. Now we go on to another motion-based exercise. As long as your throat is where your awareness is, so it should not move from there. So as you inhale, lift up the hand and look up and bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hand downward and continue. Inhale and exhale. Now, let's bring our awareness behind the lowermost part of the sternum, and from there let's feel a rising vibration to the middle of the body going out of the top of the head. And the rising vibration feels like 3 syllables. Haim Im Haim Im Haim Im As you visualize it, remember there is no correlation with the breath. You're simply visualizing. Now, we bring the awareness to the chest area, the lungs in particular, and mentally vibrate Haim, Haim, Haim. The lungs are vibrating, visualize that way. Now, bring the awareness to the middle of the chest in between the breasts, and mentally visualize there's a rising vibration from there going to the top of the body, top of the head, and that is called Haim. That's called home. Sorry, not Haim, home. Mentally visualize home, home, home. Now we go on to the spinal alignment exercise. As you exhale, gently tilt your head, bringing one ear towards one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, tilt the other way. Inhale, come back up, and continuing that same thing again and again. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. And as you exhale, turn the head and look over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. Inhale, come back. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. With the next inhalation, lift up the chin and take it back. Exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. Inhale again. And exhale, keep the chin, bring it down to the chest. Now we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle. And exhale, complete the circle. Once you complete the next circle, we go in the reverse direction. Now, we go on to the spinal alignment exercises, starting with the neck exercises. Now we'll skip the shoulder exercise. Let's stretch out the hands. And as we inhale, lift the hands up and stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale down. Continue. Exhale. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And let's go around the wrist. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now elbows in line with the chest or line with the shoulders, and we go around the wrist. Inhale, open out the palm, and exhale, close and bring down, and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Inhale and exhale. Last exhalation. Interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. And as we exhale, we twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, twist and come back. Now get hold of the elbows behind the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back up, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now get hold of the elbows or the forearms behind the back. Take a deep breath in, expand the chest. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Now we get hold of the hips behind the back, actually just above the hip. And as you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. Inhale, come back. Exhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come back. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other. And as we exhale, we pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder and turn the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Cross the leg the other way. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we are ready to stand up and do some leg exercises. So let's stand up. So bring your hands behind your back. And this is only for people who have no balancing issues. For people who have balancing issues, be seated and you can do the same thing seated from the chair. Getting hold of your elbows or forearms wherever they will reach. Inhale and stretch back, taking the head back and pulling the shoulder back. And as you exhale, push out the butt and lean forward. Keep the chin up and the shoulder pulled back as you lean forward from the hip. Feel the stretch from the bottom of the feet to the hips. Inhale and exhale into the stretch. Take a slow, deep breath in and come back up and take your seat. And now we will do Kapalbhati. So when we do Kapalbhati, most of you here are familiar with it. We begin by taking the abdominal area in. And from this in position, we begin exhaling. And when we exhale, it will be a short exhale. And as the belly goes in and you have a short exhalation, because you begin from the drawn in position, there is a recoil motion where you inhale. So you go and remember, it has to be gentle and easy. No jerky movements, nothing where your body begins to shake. Now, let's go on to Brahmari. So, for this, we do humming. After taking a deep breath in, as we exhale, we do the humming. We close the the ear with the thumb, which means the small earlobe, we just press it. Then we have the index finger come over the eyebrows, the middle finger over the eyelids and pressing at the inner part of the eye socket, the ring finger coming over the middle part of the nostrils where the bony part and soft part meet, and the little finger coming above the lips and just below the nostrils. Same thing for both hands. So we take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we hum. Let's do about 5 breaths or so. Now we can go on to the alternate nostril breathing. If you like, you can also do it with the shoulder rotation, bringing the awareness to the middle of the forehead at the hairline. As you inhale and as you exhale, feel the awareness going downward. It will have the same effect as the alternate nostril breathing. Or you can do both, half and half, a minute each. Now we go on to the first round of Bhastrika Pranayama. We begin with exhalation. Let's begin with exhalation. As you exhale, you go back to inhalation. exhale. 2, inhale, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exhale. 6, exhale. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 11, exhale. 12, exhale. 30, exhale. 40, exhale. 50, exhale. 60, exhale. 70, exhale. 80, exhale. 90, exhale. And 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale to the left. Now we go on to the spinal mantra as usual. So we will do the slow recording today. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Jim, Jaim, Haim. Jim Jim Haim, 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 Jim Jim Haim. Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Aim, Shim, Jim, Jime, Haim, Aim, Om. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jime, Haim, Aim, Om. Now we go on to the next round of Bhastrika. Begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 90. Exhale. That was 18, so 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril. Hold the breath and exhale to the left. Let's go on to the next round. Let's begin with exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. exhale, 50, exhale, 60, exhale, 70, exhale, 8, exhale, 90, exhale, 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale to the left. Now we can go to the last round of Bhastrika. Let's go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two. Exhale. Three. Exhale. Four. Exhale. Five. Exhale. Six. Exhale. Seven. Exhale. Eight. Exhale. Nine. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril. Hold the breath and exhale to the left. Let's get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. If you have a personal mantra, focus on it. If you don't have a personal mantra, visualize a rising vibration from behind the lowermost part of the sternum, going to the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. And that rising vibration feels like Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om, Haim Im Om. And as you do that, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. And with that as the thought, become aware of your senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you are ready to, open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands, and bring it in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. Now, we are open for questions. So if anybody has any questions related to philosophy, yoga, anything, please feel free to speak up.
Rajesh Agarwal.
Yes.
I want to know the meaning. What is the meaning of the mantra? I am home, in Jain Shine.
There is no meaning for these mantras, it is just vibrations. Each part of the body has its own vibration. The entire cosmos is just vibrations. And so when we work with each part of the body, we seek the harmonic vibration, that is the equal and opposite vibration that makes it peaceful. That harmonic vibration enables that part of the body to communicate with the rest of the system more effectively, and as a result, help the healing process.
Thank you.
In fact, what is very interesting is, even within the religious system, while people will say various things, this is for this devta and all of those things. In fact, what it is they are only vibrations, and the vibrations are associated with the kind of impact it has on you, which we associate with the devta. Okay. So, like for example, the three ones which many of you may know is for Saraswati, the Bija mantra is Aim or Ain. And then for Lakshmi, it is Shreem. Yes. And then for Durga, it is Hreem.
Hreem, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so what happens is, in each of these cases...
Hreem.
Yes, Hreem is for Durga. So the thing is, what happens is, each of these are the equal and opposite of vibrations, the harmonic vibrations, for the intent that it seeks to create. Now, when somebody wants to learn and they want to do well in their learning, they say pray to Saraswati, right? So the part is basically, you can do all your learning, but the real assimilation of the learning happens not by reading stuff or listening to people, but rather when it internalizes within. Internalizing can only happen when there is calmness and peace within. So to restore the calmness and peace within, so that all your communication channels open up, so that way the internalization happens along with the cosmic communication. So that's how you understand it. So the Aim mantra does that element. When you're seeking to know, it creates a certain kind of energy within you. And when you do the Aim mantra, it pacifies that and opens out the nadi so that you can internalize it with the cosmic understanding. So now, the same way, of course, Shreem, it does exactly the same thing. In the case of Shreem, you're looking in terms of how to do materially well in the world. And so your energies are all going in that direction. When you do the Shreem mantra, it pacifies you. It clarifies the communication with the cosmos. So it clarifies for you the internal sense of how you should direct your energy for a better fruitful this thing. Same thing for Hreem. Hreem, the objective is for cosmic understanding, self-realization, to understand what is beyond the physical world. So when the Hreem is done, then in which case it pacifies that orientation so that there is internalization and, this thing. So in the system, people associate it with devatas and all of that, but really it is just vibrations. Devatas are vibrations.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Satyapalji, you have your hand up.
Yes, I want to know what is the effect of Brahmari pranayama.
Okay. See, Brahmari primarily works in the head area, and depending upon deficiencies of people, it works in different ways. It is very interesting is when people often ask me over here, I have this problem, is there a yoga practice for me to do for this practice? When people ask this question, I don't have an answer for them because because many yoga practices can impact in many different ways, and the same yoga practice, depending upon your deficiency, can work differently. So in the case of Brahmari, because it has effect on the head, for some people who have sinus issues, it is helpful. For other people, if it's an immune system weakness, it may help them. It may even help them to have better sleep. It can help to clarify their thinking. Their head becomes clearer when they do Brahmari. So it can have multiple effects of these kinds. And because it can improve the immune system, as a result of it, there may be other impact going in the body where there is deeper relaxation, the adrenals are better, modified, digestive system. Those are all secondary impact. But Brahmari finally begins by affecting the nadis in the head, which can affect the jaws, the teeth, the sinus areas, the eyes too, and the immune system. And from there, it can have an impact on other things in the body.
See, when I do the Brahmari, I have headache. So
yes. The headache is the sign. What is happening is Brahmari is putting pressure on your nadis for your immune system to connect for the cosmic connectivity. And so cosmic connectivity is difficult for people who are unable to let go. And so you have this problem, and most likely Prithvi Seth also has this problem. But then, we just let it be in time. Whatever needs to come, it will find its own path, and you'll figure out what is needed for you.
So I should continue doing this even if I have a headache?
No. What is in yoga, we never want to give you any, discomfort. You should not do Brahmari. So you should stay away from it, because if you are getting a headache, it is becoming a forced practice for you. So it is not appropriate for you at this time. So you're doing all the different pranayama practices, stay there. Maybe after a year or so, it may be different. Then you can do it. Once the Brahmari is no longer giving you a headache, that is the time to do it.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? Go ahead, Dalpatji.
Dr. Saab, when we do this pranayama and everything, if we do outside, is get more energy from the cosmos, or Rusimuni used to go in Himalayas or jungle,
See,
so radiation is outside better than inside the house.
No, let me answer the question. The thing is, you see, what is pranayama? Okay? Patanjali Muni describes pranayama as shwasa prashwasa gati vicheda pranayama. So what is shwasa? Shwasa is breath, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
And what is prashwasa?
Take it out.
No, breath means you're inhaling and exhaling.
Right. Oh, that's okay.
Shwasa doesn't mean inhaling.
Oh,
Shwasa means inhaling and exhaling, breathing. So Radha, you have you would like to suggest something? Yeah, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Does prashwas mean stopping momentarily? Stopping
No.
the breath? Oh, no.
No. See, the word prashvasa comes, the word pra in Sanskrit means prakrishta. So for what is the meaning of prakrishta? That is the core is, it is the core of the matter in the nature of the natural laws of nature. So you can say what is divinely connected. That is the nature of prakrishta. So what happens is, when we use the word kriti, kriti means what? A composition, right? Now prakriti means that which is created, which is divinely connected to the nature of the universe, nature of the cosmos. Prakrishta kriti, right? So similarly you have, you can see the word gyan, vigyan, pragyan. What is prakrishta gyan? The knowledge of that is cosmically connected. That is the highest knowledge, pragyan. So similarly, prashvasa means the inner dimension of shwasa that is cosmically connected. So you tell me, what is the inner dimension of shwasa that is cosmically connected? If you can answer that question, Dalpatji's question will be answered. Okay. So let me give you the answer here. You see, when we get our electricity and we get it in over here, what does the electricity do? The electricity turns on your computer, your light, and all of these things. Light, of course, is one dimension. But when you think in terms of all the things, so many instruments it is running, it's running a motor or whatever. What is the basis of all of this running over there? The basis of electricity running all of that is, it is creating an electromagnetic field. That is, that energy that is flowing through is what makes everything happen, right? So what happens is, now I explained one thing over here. Now I'm going to go a little bit backward and ask the question. You see, when a person leaves the body, when the person dies, right? We say the shwas is gone, right? So what is it that is gone? You see, what happens is, these days of technology that we have, we can put the person on a heart-lung machine, the respirator. So what is happening is, the person it never wakes up, but the person is on, the air is being pumped in, the lungs are moving, the heart is pumping, and all the blood circulation is happening, but the person never wakes up. So we say the person is brain dead. And of course, you can say shwasa is happening, but prashvasa has gone. So there is no pranayama happening there. There is no pran left over there. So what is that prashvasa that has gone from a person who is on that state?
So the mental consciousness?
Actually, the thing is, basically, when we say the brain dead, the brain is the one that controls the breathing within you, right? And so, in other words, what you say conscious, I don't want to use the word mental. They take the word mental out. The consciousness has gone. Okay? No mental consciousness, it's just consciousness. The consciousness has gone, right? So what is the nature of the consciousness within you? And what is it that in your body that has gone? The electromagnetic field in you has gone. It is the electromagnetic field in you that enables the breathing for you to happen in the body, and all the functionalities that happen in the body is because of the electromagnetic field. And it is that electromagnetic field that is the consciousness within you is in the nature of an electromagnetic field, right? So what happens is, when you do pranayama, then at that time your electromagnetic field is strengthened. And how is it strengthened? Well, the part is, of course, the energy that is going into or that is created by each cell in the body. And how does that happen? The glucose and the oxygen going through the blood supply to every cell in the body. Each cell is producing its own energy. And what is the energy? The base energy is heat, right? So that heat that is produced, that maintains the electromagnetism of the body. And so what happens is, now when you ask a question, are we able to better boost our electromagnetism by doing pranayama outside or sitting inside? If you ask me that question, what will I say? I will say it entirely depends upon how the outside is relative to inside, right? So what happens is, if you are in a place, actually one of our persons had gone to visit a particular plot of land in Florida, and the person went over there, and the person said, this has nice vibrations over there, okay? So that particular area had nice vibrations, which means the electromagnetic potential over there is high. And so there, if you sit and do pranayama, everything will be wonderful for you. Now, on the other hand, think of a closed temple. You go to a temple over there and you feel very peaceful, nice vibrations. A temple with the prana pratishtha done is a consecrated place. The vibrations are all aligned over there. So you go over there and do pranayama, even if it is a closed temple, then there is your pranayama will boost even more. But on the other hand, if you are going to a place where, the energy is, you call it as energy, but the vibration is bad in the sense, everything that particular place, that is where people who cheat, do everything wrong, people who are all upset are all sitting over there. So if you go to a place where people who are upset, who are in a bad mood, have been in that place, even though they are not there, they walk out and you go into that room, you go and do pranayama. For a person who is very sensitive like Tammy, they will say, I can't even breathe over here, right? And it's not the oxygen you're breathing. You find, I can't even breathe over here. So what happens is, Dalpatji, the answer is, if you are in a place that is sanctified, that has good vibrations, if you breathe there, your pranayama will be best.
I see. Yeah,
Of course, the fresh air is a good component of it, okay? But it is not the fresh air alone. It is also the place with that will align the energy within you, which is what the place having good vibration means. Actually, this concept of alignment in molecules can be best understood when we talk about water. And the same principle holds for the air and space and all of that. Now, I'm going to ask you a very simple question over here to a lot of you. Many of you have some kind of exposure to various religious traditions, right? So when you are in different places, they will give you sanctified water, tirtha, right? They will give you sanctified water and they will tell you to sip and drink a little, right? Anybody here ever felt that sanctified water felt special? It felt really vibrant. It made you feel good when you had it. Any of you felt it? Just raise your hand. You felt it, right?
Yeah.
So what is that sanctified water? that made you feel that way? That is because any water has, if you take a glass of water, it has billions of molecules in it. And each molecule of water is one atom of oxygen bonded with 2 atoms of hydrogen, right? But the bonding is not any old way. The 2 atoms of hydrogen bond with oxygen approximately at a 104-degree angle. Okay? So in effect, if you're able to magnify to a high degree through an electron microscope and see what the molecule of water looks like, it looks like a V shape, where the vertex of the V is the oxygen and the 2 ends of the V are 2 molecules of hydrogen. So now, in a glass of water, if every molecule of it is an upward facing V or a downward facing V, where they're all exactly in the same order, that orderliness is called lanilinear coherence. Coherence means ability to communicate. Okay? So what happens is, when a prana pratishtha is done, when you're doing meditation in the same place, coherence of the space, of the matter that is there in that space, improves. So it is the coherence that enables you to do whatever you do better, because it communicates better, right? So now, for instance, if you're in a nice energized place, your breathing will be better, right? Now, think of the people who are normally breathing. When they are breathing, in the breathing terminology, people who do research, they use a word called dead space. Any of you hear the word dead space in breathing? Okay, so Neeruji, can you explain to us what is dead space? No. Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
The dead space is the space because the space from the nose up to the lungs is like whatever we breathe, like let's say we breathe 500 cc, but all the 500 cc is not absorbed from in the lungs going to the blood. And the dead space is the space where the air is keep moving back and forth. It's not gone. That's the dead space.
Excellent.
In physiology.
Excellent. Actually, this is the major component of dead space. There is a secondary component, which is a minor component. Now, what happens is, when you breathe in, as Dr. Shakuntala Mahajan mentioned, all the air does not go into the alveoli to be absorbed into the blood supply. Many of it simply is recycling out without even reaching the lungs, right? So that is that part of it is dead space, of course. But there is another part which is a dead space, which is also recognized, is that due to bad, whatever bad way in which the body has adjusted, there may be certain air sacs, alveoli, that are no longer functioning. So yes, the air that goes in over there is never absorbed and it goes out. That's the secondary dead space.
That is true. When you have pneumonia or other things, when lungs is collapsed, that become dead space because there's no exchange of oxygen to or gases to the blood.
Exactly. So what happens is, when you're in a space and place where the vibrations are energized or appropriate, where there is coherence in that space, what will happen is your breathing will get better. Your body will feel calmer. Everything about you will change. So it is not about simply the air that you breathe. It is also the place that energizes and how things matter, right? So Dalpatji, you asked a very simple question. I gave you a very complicated answer.
I know. Last year I said that when I went to Osomati Park and then me and my daughter hugged that tree, there was so different feeling. I don't know what all of a sudden it came in my That's not happening here in the house. That kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
So this was very nice discussion. You know, sometimes when you pull
Thank
teeth,
you very
you get
much.
it.
Very nice.
Yeah. So we spoke about the prashwasa and the meaning of what all of this thing is. Very nice. And what
And
will
Dr.
happen
Rajan,
is, yeah.
I want to share with you what you were saying about water in the body.
Yeah.
Is also 70% water, but even water outside. They have done some experiment. I don't remember whether it was in Japan or somewhere, when the water fountains were running. Beautiful
Yes, that
lights.
is
When they were
Mr. Emoto.
playing bad music, they were like this. But when soothing music was there, the water lights were going really beautifully.
Yeah, actually, let me put it this way. I didn't complete that thought fully over there. What happens is, when the water has good coherence, it has better ability to communicate. Means, if you take water that has good coherence, your communication in the body is improved, and that's why you feel better. But how is better communication coming into the water? It can happen in multiple ways. Okay? The way in which it can happen is, if there are additives in the water, they can change the way in which the molecules are ordered. But you can also do it by your mental focus. If you focus on the water, it will do. And again, what it is it is scientifically, if you have pure water, 100% pure water, like distilled water, it is very difficult to keep the coherence stable. Whereas if there are some minerals in the water, it is easier to make the water become more coherent. And that is why you will often see most of the water we have everywhere you get in tap water, it is not distilled water. There are already minerals in it. And actually, many of you may know, I don't know how many of you have ever had an opportunity in your younger age, when you were in India and in your ancestral home, which is few hundred years old, all the homes over there had a well over there, right? So if you go and take the well water out of the well and you drink the well water will always taste much nicer than all other water.
Yes.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. Very true.
So here I have to share something. In Gujarat, a couple of years ago, I went to visit one of the religious place. Over they have a goshala where they have all the cows. When all the cows, all the time they have these religious bhajans are playing all around in that, speaker system. But when they come to eat grass, and then come to drink the water from the well and all that, especially they make sure that all of them are like hiked up voice, and all that religious bhajan and kirtan, what do you call, the chanting is all going on all the time. And that, I think now what you're saying is vibes, and when they give the milk, that milk has all that positive things in it. So when you drink that water, milk, that may be helping.
What you're also explaining is true for all matter besides water. Water is easiest to explain, and because most of our body is water, it can impact it very quickly. But it affects everything, including space, by any area. But now, this also explains to you why it is people are depressed and how people get out of depression. Because if our molecules in our body get arranged in a different way, everything takes care of itself. And what happens is, small mineral components can change the way in which the molecules are arranged. And what are those minerals or molecules over there? Those are the, antidepressant drugs over there. So if mentally you're able to, with sound vibrations and things, get yourself out of it, then in which case your body is automatically in good shape. So it is really the antidepressants are not doing anything other than simply aligning the molecules in your body so that coherence improves. That's all it does.
Right.
Dr. Rajan, is that the reason why Vastu people are asked you to arrange things in a certain way, certain orientation, doors,
Yeah.
east, west, and orientation and all those?
That is right. You see, what happens is only when you are able to sense it, you can tell that. In fact, actually, today we had that this Vastu you're talking about. One of our good colleagues, he has bought a new office or his own office, this thing. So he had number of rooms over there, the reception area and all of those things. And sometime back, he had asked me to come and visit the space. So there were 3 rooms out of the 20 or so rooms that were there, where I had said that it is not that great, you may want to make a correction. So what he did was he bought these copper pyramids. And so today he installed them. So today here I was over from video watching it, and where he installed them, I told him, how to make minor modifications, where to install, and this thing got taken care. So this small elements, particularly metallic elements, can change things, and particularly metal pyramids.
Also, I read somewhere that is the reason why temples and even the other religious organizations, their tops are always like in a conical shape.
That is right. That is exactly the reason. But of course, I'll tell you something else. It's not always pyramids. You see, in the Phoenix, when I go to Phoenix, Arizona, there is a doctor's office that we use for our people who come for yoga therapy. So the doctor there explained to me when I went there first, in this place, the reception where the ladies what do you call it? Not the outside waiting room, but the inside place where all the assistants and people sit over there. She says, these people over there, when they come here, there is always, they're, quarreling with each other. Okay? So what I told her is, bring a bottle with water, clear bottle with water, and put a copper coin into it, put a penny into it, and leave it over here.
Wow.
Next time I went over there, she said, there is no more quarreling in the office anymore.
Oh, wow.
See,
So what is the secret behind it?
See, what happens is, the copper is metal and the water is over there. So what it does is it changes, whatever it is, it draws out and changes things, right? Now, similarly, what happens is, if there is anything that is creating bad vibrations, you can actually use salt water to dissolve the whole thing.
Very interesting. Thank you
And
so
that
much.
is the reason people often go and, dispose of things in the sea, right?
Yes.
So,
Great
Dr.
knowledge.
Rajan,
Great knowledge, sir. Great knowledge.
What is
Dr.
that?
Rajan, this trick of putting a copper coin in a bottle of water helps everywhere or only in certain situations?
In that situation, it was needed,
Okay.
but not everywhere.
Okay.
And actually, a lot of people will drink, water out of a copper vessel,
That's
or they
right.
will put a copper coin into the water and they'll drink in the morning, right?
Yeah, that's true in India. Many times the people
Yeah.
first drink of water they take from a copper vessel,
Yeah.
cold water from copper vessel.
So,
Dr. Rajan,
yes.
you mentioned my name. I didn't quite get the contact.
No. So, but there is somebody who said that when they did Brahmari, they get a headache.
Mhm.
And I thought that perhaps you may be in the category where you might feel the mild discomfort when you do Brahmari.
No, I don't feel that.
You don't feel it? Okay.
Rather, I like it very much.
Very nice. Keep doing it.
It gives the vibration all over the body.
It is something that is very much needed for you because that enhances the cosmic connectivity for you.
Yes. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll finish for today over here.
Thank
Namaste,
you so much.
everyone. See you all tomorrow.
Namaskar.
Thank you.